Hello my friends, and welcome to this new video. I want to bring to the attention of why I call what I call during summer Comicame. For those who don't know what that means, it's a fusion word meaning comic and anime. And what I usually do around summertime is basically I like to squeeze together as many anime and comic-based games together within, say, summertime. Because usually summertime would be around the time that anime conventions merge together, It's like you have, from my standpoint, where I am in California, we have Comic-Con and Anime Expo, otherwise known as AX. In other places, you have Animazement. Over on Ryu's side of the world, there's Animazement. There's also other cons that, do anime and probably do more than just anime. But as far as the ones I've been to, for me, it's just been Anime Expo. Oh, there's also Tokyo Anime Fair as well. Those are the only two anime conventions I've ever been to in my life. I have never been to Animazement. But I've only went to the Tokyo Anime Fair as well as Anime Expo. And for many long years that I've been on YouTube, the one thing I have not been able to do is do, every single anime game under the sun. I've only done like a good handful of anime games, and some of them have been left open-ended. It's only because of time. If anything else, that's the main factor, time. So, the selections I have for this year, you wouldn't believe it if I told you about some of the games that I've recently looked up prior to coming towards Comicame, which is the theme is Beyond. I basically found through researching some of them outside of the internet. Like, I've been to Anime Jungle. It's a hobby shop over in Little Tokyo. It's a 2 bus ride, which means it's an hour. It's an hour long 2 jump bus ride from where I am down to getting to Little Tokyo, which is, somewhere downtown LA, the other part of downtown LA. So this place is a hobby shop which covers everything. It covers gunpla, cosplay, anime music, and it was one of the finer, and still one of the finest places I've ever been to. The first time I've actually ever been to an anime shop was Bonsai Anime, and that was in West LA. And that was back when I was a teenager, and my mom used to take me to, these little holes in walls that, I somehow just notice, just like for a second, just like look while we're riding. Oh, there's an anime shop. And anime has played a great part of my life because, well, I grew up on it. I grew up watching Speed Racer, G-Force, Samurai Pizza Cats, Voltron, Robotech, even the ones that weren't considered anime, like Galaxy High, was never considered an anime until you really look at who made it. TMS, Tokyo Movie Shinsha. And later on, I had Little Nemo Adventures in Slumberland, which was also done by TMS. So I figured, since I've been into this stuff for many long years, and yes, even Thundercats is considered anime because it was done by mainly a Japanese team. Even though it's ranking bad, but you could tell it's basically it was anime inspired. But the reason why I decided to do Comicame is basically, why not? I figured, since I used to go to Anime Expo, haven't been going to Anime Expo since because of COVID, and besides of other things happening, I figured, why not go? Why not take it a step further with my love of anime and video games by making a feature about it? And that's what I do every year. I always say it's like basically this. I used to have, different names for different months, like Epic April, or the March of the Super Robots. I still do that, but I don't really do this often as I normally do. Sometimes it's more like when the mood gets me, and it's about the same thing with writing. It feels like I'm writing something. When the mood gets me and it strikes me, I gotta write that. And that's what I do. I ride that momentum for all it's worth. So technically, that is what I'm doing. That's what I've been doing every year with Comicame. So therefore, I usually find certain titles. Usually, it's titles that, most people already know exist, but they don't know that there were certain titles for them, certain titles that, certain games that came out, but, different. It's never been released, outside of Japan, of course. And this is before the days of having fan translations. Now, fan translations has opened up the way, as well as, emulation, opened up the way for basically people who are interested in anime games. And for people who's like, oh, I play Jump Force. Yeah, but how many of you have actually ever known about the characters? Like for me, I would say Jump Force basically just did the following for me. It's like, oh, I know about Ryo Seiba. Yeah, City Hunter? Yeah, I know about City Hunter. Oh, you don't know about Yu Yu Hakusho? Oh, yeah, I know about Yu Yu Hakusho. I have some of the manga of it. Trust me, my mom got me onto Yu Yu Hakusho. That tells you something right there. That tells me I want to finish the series. I really want to find a, omnibus of Yu Yu Hakusho. That tells you something right there. It's like there's so many games out there based on anime that there are different versions of it, and you can only do so much with the time you got. And it's like, for me, that's what I usually do for Comicame. I usually give myself, around from the start of May, or actually even before that, I start recording right around April and have stuff ready for, say, May, June, and onwards. So until I'm done with this batch of LPs, okay, we got to work on the summer batch of LPs, and the summer batch of LPs is usually Comicame. So therefore, it sort of means, oh, well, I'm covering this, 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 I'm covering this. That doesn't mean I'm going to squeeze it all into every bit of the week as well. That depends. If I can do it, I can do it. If not, it's not going to stop until I'm actually done with my loadout of what I'm working with. And I said this on my Facebook, but I do have a list of games that I am doing, and most times, as you're wondering, so whatever happened to this, it's like, no, don't worry, it's still there. I'm just working on different titles. Like, most don't know, but there's a Persona anime. There's one based on 4 and another one based on 5. And since I don't have 5 per se, I'm kind of working on getting 5. But what I'm getting, what I'm working on is, oh, hey, I got this going on. I got that going on. I'm working on this anime right now. I'm working on so many projects right now. It's like there's one based on, like, Telefang actually is a manga. A very short-lived manga, but it's a manga nonetheless. So it counts as a Comicame game. Casino Kid, it has a manga of its own. And of course, it's very obscure, but it does count as a Comicame game. That's why I say it counts as a Comicame game. Because I looked it up. These are one of the things I've found outside of playing the game. I researched the title. I'm like, wait, this game actually has a manga adaptation? Okay. Okay, this changes the game. This changes up everything that I'm actually ever working on and adds to the lore of the series. Strider Hiru for the NES, the story is based off a manga. So therefore it's like, oh, well, I never knew about it. I said, well, how could you? And outside of that, that you got your Dragon Ball, you got your One Piece, you got your Magic Knight Rayer, your Yu Yu Hakusho, and so forth and so on. And like I said, I got a freaking list of games that I plan to do. Some planned out, some not planned out. But I do have them in a way that will make sense for me to do it. So therefore, it helps if I had a battle plan of how I'm going to do it. And usually it's like this. I'm making a week worth of different selections. So it doesn't mean I haven't stopped on it. This only means one thing. I'm keeping things fresh because that way, well, I still got this going. But I still got this going. I know this game is going to be longer than other games, so therefore it's best to say, oh, whatever happened to this? Oh, it's still there. Whatever happened to this? Oh, it's still there. Whatever happened to this? Oh, it's still there. I just haven't put it down to where I wanted to put it down. It's like sometimes I'll have 3 selections up on the channel. Sometimes I might have 2 selections up. And what I'm doing is, I'm bringing back the Sunday selection because I don't usually do Sundays. But now that I have something to play on for Sunday, I have something up for every day of the week. It don't have to be a gaming video. It could be a review video. I just did one about Rurouni Kenshin not too long ago. So therefore, it's basically a spoiler-free, user-friendly, honest reviews type of video that basically tells you, oh yeah, this is worth watching, this is worth your time, this is worth this, and I can tell you a little bit about it, but, you know, if it's your jam, you grew up with this, go watch it, share it with the rest of your friends, that sort of thing. Aside from that, most of what I've been doing after all this time is basically getting everything together for the next couple of weeks. So therefore, if you're wondering what's been happening and what's been going on, that's what's been going on. It's not a bad thing to actually, you know, switch things up a bit, and that's what I've been doing. Between what I've been playing as far as normal LPs are concerned, which are Live I Live, or Live Alive, we still got Crusader Senti, haven't forgotten about that. Still got Eve's 8, Lacrimosa of Dana, still haven't forgotten about that. We still got so many anime. We got so many anime games scratching the surface, and I haven't even scratched the full surface yet with what I got planned. And they're not even, you know, full. You know, they're not anime style, but they have the style of an anime. Like I know Tokyo Xanadu, I've been enjoying that immensely. I just finished recording the following. I finished some weeks back Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, so that's done. I've also finished Ryuga Gotoku 3, and that's done. So that's like 20 videos, respectively. 8 for Metal Gear Rising Revengeance, 12 for Yakuza 3, or Yuga Gotoku 3. And still, I got some stuff I'm still working on in between all that. So, I'm making sure, hey, I'm giving it everything I got. And I'm doing this ahead of time, just in case, should something come up, and I won't be around. So, oh, you're covered. So bear with me. I might do 2 videos a day. I might do 3 videos a day. But it's all there. And that's all you need to know. Because there's a big, wide world of games that I want to cover. Being that they're fan translations or restorations, that's what I cover now. I cover fan translations and restorations, as well as, you know, your normal standard fare. But that's the thing with me and what I'm about now, with what my channel is about. It's a museum. Because, of course, you're going to have the stuff way back there, like everybody knows by, oh, I know about this one. Good. You know about that one. You know about the certain songs in the background. You know about this. You know about that. But do you know anything about the foreground? No, you don't know anything about the foreground? Well, that's okay. You know that there's a little bit of everything for everybody. And like I said, I still haven't scratched the surface of what I still have planned. And oh boy, I got plans. And most of them, they're not going to be for streaming. They're mostly going to be for recording. So bear that in mind. Some I might stream, some I might not stream. But one thing's for certain, if I don't stream, I'm not losing sleep for it. If I do stream, I'm still not losing sleep for it. That's the only thing. I'm not losing sleep for anything that I'm doing. I'm doing something with my time. It's giving me energy to use, and basically I feel great about it. And on top of that, if it nets me something, if I gain a profit from it, great, awesome, wonderful. If not, still, I feel satisfied with the results either way. So there you have it. So therefore, if I have not said it, and I should have said it, welcome to Comicame Beyond. It's gonna be one of those seasons, folks. So enjoy the ride and enjoy your stay. For those who have subscribed to my channel, thank you very much. For those who have followed me over the years, thank you very much. And for those who have commented, thank you very much. So therefore, folks, another thing has been asked, am I going to be cooking again? Well, yeah, plan to. Don't know when, but I plan to do a cooking video. I'm not going to say when, but pretty soon. Pretty soon. And don't worry, I do have games. I do have more games I want to show off on the Dreamcast side of the world. And that'll be featured as well in Comicame Beyond, because why not? So until next time, or whatever you see me do and plan to do, I've been your friendly neighborhood Tenkaichi Izzy, and enjoy your weekend. And before I forget, Happy Mother's Day, people. For those who still have your moms around, please cherish them, love them, tell them how much you appreciate them, and you'll be better for it. And not only that, but you made their year. You should always make their year, but you make it very extra special when you tell them how much you care. So with that said, I'm done. Enjoy your weekend.